will commence the event shortly. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are about to commence the event. A hearty welcome to all the dignitaries, the guests who have joined us here as well as joined us online to this 8th KCG Worgis Endowment Lecture on the theme Aerospace and Aeronautical Domain. May I now request the dignitaries to take their place on the dais, please. Ms. Harpreet Singh, Executive Director, Air India and former CEO, Alliance Air. Mr. C.V. Subbarao, President, MMA and the Managing Director, Sanmar Shipping Corporation. Sure. Dr. S.N. Sridhara, Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. And Dr. Alexander Jesudasan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Is coming? Yeah. So let me just good evening. Thank you. Most well. Yeah. So as we are about to begin the proceedings, just a few moments from now, let me take this opportunity because there are so many guests from the Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. There are so many other members from other institutions who joined us online today to tell you all that some of these events that are coming up in MMA, I'll just brief you on that so that I would request you all to join us as well. Next on the 11th, we have a very, very interesting talk by Mr. Prakash Iyer. I don't have to tell you more about him. He's the leading coach, a motivational speaker and an author. He's written a very interesting book, which is called How Come No One Told Me About That? The Life Lessons, Practical Advice and Timeless Wisdom for Success. Joining him will be Mr. K. Mahalingam, Vice President of Madras Management Association. He is also the Partner Director of TSM Group of Companies. And also joining them from Mumbai will be Mr. Rambi Parmeshwaran, brand strategist. Once again, all of you are aware about him. So we have two more events that I will brief you about, which you can't afford to miss. One, of course, is on the 19th of October, which is the live event once again here in the same hall at MMA. This is on the discussion on the theme, Inside Out Leadership. This is in the evening. And Mr. Rajiv Vich, who is the executive coach, he will be in the session. Joined him by Mr. Rajesh Jujurikar, executive director, Mahindra and Mahindra, and Mr. Sudhanshu Vats, who is the deputy managing director of Pidilite. A couple of more events which I would urge you upon to come and join us. On the 19th, we have once again a live session here. The previous one, which I told you in the evening, was an online session. On the 19th morning, from 9:30 to 1 o'clock, we have an exciting session, reinventing human experience and technology in the post-pandemic world. We have a long list of speakers. Some of them would be joining here, some of them may be joining online, but it's an event that is being held hybrid. I'll request all of you to join us. The mail has already gone out. I'm sure many of you have received it. Kindly send in your registrations. The event will be followed by lunch that day. And some of the speakers which I would want to highlight in that session, there are many of them. Mr. Sridhar Narayan, who is the founder of the Grand Alliance for Management Excellence. Mr. Tamim, who is the ICT Solution Specialist, Data Logics India Private Limited. Mr. S. Bhanukumar, who is the founder director of ARA Associates. Mr. P. Ravi, who is a former regional director of NIOS and currently is the dean of the DAV group. So we have some more speakers who are joining us that day on that session. And very next day on the 20th, once again, we have a live session, a conclave here, Securing India in the Cyberspace. Once again, it's a half-day event from 9:30 to 1:30, followed by lunch. We have Professor Kamakoti, who is the department head, Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Madras, who's joining us that session that day. Then we have Dr. Rajendra Kumar, IAS, who's the Additional Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. We are joined by Lieutenant General Rajesh Pant, retired, who's the National Cyber Security Coordinator. We have Mr. Vijay Shankar Nagaraj Rao, who is the Cyber Law and Data Protection Consultant. We have Mrs. Mridula, who is the Senior Delivery Partner, Cyber Security Services, TCS Chennai. And we have Mrs. Panchi, Managing Director, Yes Punch Tech Services Private Limited. We have Mr. Rajendran, who is the Chairman of the Digital Security Association of India. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen, a galaxy of speakers, all from the cyber security domain. I'm sure it will be a treat for all those who are joining us that day. There will be a lot of discussion on how securing cyberspace in India, both for the private as well as for the public enterprise. Then maybe a couple of more events, if I could just highlight and then move on with the proceedings today. We have on the 22nd of October, the usual monthly session, which we call as a read and grow. We realized that the touch with the physical books have been lost. So we are trying to just build that connect again. And we're having this session every month. So this month, we will be discussing this book called How to Build Habit Forming Products. So the panelists are Mr. Rajesh Srinivasan, who's a consultant, Mr. Saurabh Bajaj, who's head marketing, Britannia Industries, and Mr. Yagneshwaran Ganesh, who's director marketing at Avoma. Yeah. So one last event, I'll just say, where Mr. Kiran Karnik will be joining us, former director NASSCOM. This is a discussion on the theme Decisive India 2030, Gazelle or Hippo. This is on the 27th, and he is joined by Mr. S. Shandilia, Chairman, Isher Group, and Chairman of Mastech. So, ladies and gentlemen, exciting events coming up, but let's move on with this evening event today. It is said that keeping a light burning in remembrance signifies that the memory still lives on and burns bright. Ladies and gentlemen, may now invite the distinguished chief guests, Ms. Harpreet Singh, and other dignitaries on the dais to... Yeah, sure. So, President of Madras Management Association is Mr. C.V. Subbarao. So we will just have the candle lighting ceremony a little later. Let me now invite Mr. C.V. Subbarao is the President Madras Management Association. He is also currently the head of the shipping business of chemical-based multilingual multinational conglomerate, the Sanmar Group, as its managing director. He graduated from Marine Engineering College, Kolkata, and completed MBA from the Open University Business School, Milton Keynes, UK. May I now invite Mr. Subbarao to deliver the welcome address, please.
Thank you. It is indeed a privilege for me to welcome you all this evening at the 8th Dr. K.C.G. Verghese Endowment Lecture. We are indeed grateful to Dr. Mrs. Elizabeth Verghese, Chairperson, Hindustan Group of Institutions, Dr. Anand Verghese, Mr. Ashok Verghese, for their initiative in institutionalizing the annual endowment lecture in memory of late Dr. K.C.G. Verghese. Allow me to welcome Dr. Harpreet Singh, Executive Director, Headquarters, Air India, and former CEO, Alliance Air, who has traveled all the way from Mumbai to deliver the endowment lecture this evening. Dr. Mrs. Verghese, Chancellor, Hindustan University, Dr. S.N. Sridhara, Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Dr. R.W. Alexander Jesudasan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Dr. Anand Verghese, Mr. Ashok Verghese, and all the family members who have joined us this evening. I also welcome the members of MMA, faculty members, executives, and students of Hindustan University. The Madras Management Association had instituted the Dr. K.C.G. Verghese Endowment Lecture in the year 2011 in the memory of late Dr. K.C.G. Verghese, founder chairman, Hindustan Group of Institutions, and in recognition of his contribution to the field of aviation and education sector with the support of Hindustan Group of Institutions. The Dr. KCG Varghese Endowment Lecture is an annual feature in the calendar of MMA events and actively sought after by the members. I'm happy to share with you that in recognition of our efforts in staying ahead in spite of the pandemic, All India Management Association has once again adjudged Madras Management Association as the best management association in the country for the 12th time in a row, including the year 2020-21. Engineering occupies every sphere of our lives and a career field that constantly evolves as new technology and resources become available. The aerospace engineering industry focuses on the design, testing, and manufacture of aircraft, spacecraft, satellites, and missiles. Aerospace engineers are responsible for creating and developing advanced technologies for use in space, aviation, and airborne defense systems. Aerospace domain over the years has evolved into a highly specialized field, going beyond traditional aircrafts. As commercial aircrafts have become data-enabled with advanced avionics systems, multi-purpose drones, which are least expensive but most effective, are being increasingly used in the day-to-day lives for various purposes. Aerospace engineering is transgressing multiple platforms such as combat aeroplanes, multi-role helicopters, missiles, spacecraft, satellite launch vehicles, and even 3D printed rockets. Support technologies in fields such as instrumentation, communication, navigation and control, design, guidance, or production methods, among others, are opening new vistas for the students of aviation and aerospace. It would be our delight to listen more on this from the expert this evening, Dr. Harpreet Deji Singh. Ma'am, we eagerly await your thought-provoking lecture. I wish all the delegates participating in this endowment lecture all the best and wish you all a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I think you set the tone well for this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, as the President MMA was mentioning, this is the 8th Dr. KCG Varghese Memorial Lecture. Dr. KCG Varghese was a visionary and a man of action whose life is the story of a man from a rural background whose far-reaching vision and boundless energy and undying enthusiasm catapulted him to the pinnacle of business success. His motto was to make every man a success and no man a failure. MMA is privileged to be associated with the Hindustan Group of Institution, which is such a prestigious university that has maintained an enviable academic excellence right from its inception. Dr. S.N. Sridhara, he's here on the dais. He's the Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, comes with over 33 years of experience in education. He's been a pioneer in teaching and research in thermal engineering, hybrid electric vehicles, aerospace propulsion, green energy, and computational fluid dynamics. He served as a syndicate member at the Visvesvaraya University and won many awards, including the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan National Award. So may I now invite Dr. Sridhara to deliver the opening remarks, please.
Good evening, one and all. Honorable Chancellor of Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Dr. Mrs. Elizabeth Varghese, Mr. C.V. Subbarao, President, MMEA, and Managing Director, Sanmar Shipping Limited, Dr. Harpreet D. Singh, Executive Director of Air India, and today's Chief Guest, respected Pro-Chancellor of Hindustan, Dr. Anand Jacob Varghese, Group Captain R. Vijay Kumar, Executive Director, MMEA, Dr. R.W. Alexander Jesudasan, Pro-Vice Chancellor of HITS, Mr. Ashok Varghese, Director of HITS, Office Bearers of MMEA, and distinguished invitees. Very good evening to all and welcome to today's endowment lecture instituted in the name of great visionary Dr. KCG Varghese. We are happy that this endowment lecture is 8th in the series and topic of today's lecture is in aerospace and aeronautical design to be delivered by our chief guest, Dr. Harpreet D. Singh. It's a great insight and contribution from Hindustan Group of Institutions that endowment lecture is being organized with a vision of inviting highly accomplished resource persons who have excelled in corporate management to deliver this lecture. I am sure that the success stories of the speakers would motivate many young budding managing professionals. And I fail if I do not mention about our founder, Dr. KCG Varghese, and who has been well introduced here. Just I'll read out a small biodata, the brief of our founder, Dr. KCG Varghese, who was a visionary and a man of action, born on 20th June 1940 in a small village in central Kerala. His life is the story of a man from a rural background whose far-reaching vision, boundless energy, and underlying enthusiasm capitalized him and to the pinnacle of business success. After completing his early education in Kerala, he graduated in mechanical engineering, and after training in aviation engineering at Oxford University, UK, he obtained his, Cranfield University, UK, he obtained his PhD from US. He established Hindustan Engineering Training Center in 1966 with the approval of Government of Tamil Nadu to import vocational training. He established Hindustan Institute of Engineering and Technology, a polytechnic college, fully realizing the need of educating the masses of gainful employment. Later, he went on establishing institution of higher education in engineering and technology, aviation, arts and science, management, etc. Dr. KCG Varghese belonged to that rare breed of individuals whose commitment of social progress and advancement created a vision for the future of engineering and technical education in this country. He succeeded in persuading Dr. M.G. Ramchandran, then the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, to privatize professional education in the state. The Hindustan College of Engineering was founded by Dr. KCG Varghese in the year 1985, and it has been conferred the university status by Ministry of Human Resource Development, which is celebrating the Silver Jubilee this year. It was forward-thinking philosophy that paved way for the introduction of open sky policy in India and launched the first private airline in the country in the name Air Asiatic in 1990, a bold and far-sighted move that was futuristic and far ahead of its time. Dr. KCG Varghese's exemplary vision made him a man of all seasons. He was well known for his philanthropic nature and immensely helped the weaker section and downtrodden people of the society. His motto was to make every man a success and no man a failure. He authored 2 books and received several awards and honors in recognition of his contributions to the growth of industry and higher education sectors in the country. He left for healthy abode on 14th February 2006. His legacy lives through the institutions he created and communities he served. And for today's event, to deliver the lecture, we have none other than Dr. Harpreet A.D. Singh, who was the first woman pilot to be selected by Air India in 1988, and she has been since ever active in the area of flight safety. She is the chairman of Aeronautical Society of India, Mumbai branch, and council member of headquarters of AESI. She obtained commercial pilot license in 1988 and was selected as the first woman pilot in Air India. She is the first lady of flight safety in India and also the first woman head of quality management systems on airline. She is also the first woman to head emergency response on an airline and conceptualize the engines of Air India for humanitarian response. Her previous role included additional responsibility to head the environmental management and green initiatives besides the fuel management and operational efficiency program. I once again welcome one and all for the 8th Dr. KCG Varghese Endowment Lecture being instituted under MMA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. What a visionary Dr. KCG Varghese was, and it's only in the fit of things that we offer floral tributes and light the lamp in his memory today. May I request all the dignitaries on the dais and also request Dr. Ashok Varghese to join the dignitaries along with Group Captain Vijay Kumar, Executive Director, MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a subtle moment as we offer our respects to the man who has left his legacy behind. May I request everybody to raise. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. KCG Varghese, what a man he was. His legacy lives through the magnificent institutions that he has created. So the much awaited moment is here. Ms. Harpreet Singh is the Executive Director, Air India, and former CEO, Alliance Air. You just heard Dr. S.N. Sridhara, who gave a detailed introduction of Ms. Harpreet Singh. Adequate to say that she broke the glass ceiling when she became the first woman pilot in India in 1988. And today she is here as the Executive Director of Air India. May I now request Ms. Harpreet Singh.
We're all going to uplift this consciousness together. Okay. Thank you. Jai Hind. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. That was actually straight from the heart and deeply inspirational. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we have time for maybe 2-3 questions, and there are a whole lot of questions that I'm sure some of the audience also will get a chance to ask a few questions, but we've received some questions on the Facebook. Yeah, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a standing ovation for the first woman pilot of India. Yeah, thank you. So there are some questions which have already come, ma'am, and there are here in the audience who also want to ask a few questions. I think, but many of them are, I think you will also expect that question to come to you. There are 3-4 on them. Air India coming back to Tata, your views, please. I've actually mixed all these questions into a simple question. Maybe briefly you can say that. You, ma'am.
Okay. So definitely we are all very excited. And we look forward to the new growth in Air India, the new turn. Remember, I spoke about snakes and ladders, kabhi upar, kabhi niche. Now I can only see upar. So I'll remain positive, and I think we are very, very happy that Tata's is there because again, they as an industry are branded with doing good things for people. And I think because we vibe with that, we connect with that, we're very happy. Thank you.
Thank you. I think there are many questions on that, and we summarized it into one. No more questions on this Tata taking over, please. There are more questions. Yes, sir, please.
Madam, this is purely an engineering question, and anybody can answer. And many times now I thought about it. That is in aircraft only. All airports all over the world, there will be big runway, and it occupies a lot of acres of land. And the reason is you require a lot of lift force for that is runaway. And if you take helicopter, you don't require so much of take. But is there anywhere in the world or research is going on to reduce that space and generate enough lift force so that aircraft can take off from without runaway?
Yes, this is a good question. And as you know, that research, we've got such
Say that.
brilliant engineering minds all over the world. They're always looking at alternative ways. The latest research going on in this area to save the space, one is circle runway. It's a lot of research is on that. That means it won't be a straight runway, that it will be like a circle. So you'll be taking off in a turn and going, but it hasn't passed the safety test. There's a lot of research going on in that direction. The other thing is what we call SOFA, like this simultaneous offset approach. So you have like an aircraft coming down for landing here, and you can have more than one aircraft all coming on the same approach and doing offset landings in parallel runways. That again has a lot of safety risks along with it, but in certain airports like in San Francisco and 1 or 2 others, it's already being tested. So people are definitely looking at newer and newer ways of saving the land, saving the space. There's no doubt about that. And now with this latest UAV vehicles and drones and all, people are looking at a lot of things where they can do city flying, hopping. And you must be seeing these days, there's a lot of discussion on those topics also. So I think, you know, technology is such, every second day there'll be something new, and which keeps you excited and keeps you growing. But definitely research is on.
Thank you.
One small answer. I'm from aerospace background. Quickly, I would like to just remind you that we have short takeoff and short landing aircrafts as well. If you look at military aircrafts and fighter aircrafts, they actually land and take off in the ship, the runway itself. So there are many technologies, even the vertical takeoff is there. Only thing, yeah, commercially because it eats a lot of fuel. The moment actually you go for short takeoff and running, they consume a lot of fuel. But actually, if you go to the drone and helicopter mode, the speed actually matters a lot in terms of, the cruise speed, that will be very less. So there is always a trade-off between the two. We call this in design of aircraft, the takeoff length as the trade-off point for these two. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Namaskar ji.
Namaskar.
I'm Prabha from Hindustan University. Why those who fly high and high and achieve great things talk about soul? Whether Albert Einstein or Dr. Harpreet Singh talks loudly about soul.
I'm not very sure whether everybody who flies aeroplanes talks about soul, number one. I don't think that's true. But you're right that there could be a connection in some way, because the feeling that you get when you are in an aircraft, even as a passenger, even if you're not flying it, when you go through the clouds and when you see the small buildings, you look at life in a very detached manner. For that little time that you're in the aircraft, you may have yourself realized you feel a certain sense of peace, as if you're connecting to the environment, connecting to the zone. So probably that's the reason, is what I can guess. Yeah, because you're in a three-dimensional mode, which is above the earth. So there's a very different feeling. In fact, that's why I wanted to fly in the first place. I see him every day in my art.
Thank you, ma'am. Well answered. I think we'll go for one last question. Keep it short, Mr. Ramesh. Yeah.
Well, I'm Ramesh over here. Ma'am, since you have had a 361 degrees of experience in your well-chosen field of activity since your childhood, have you come across any SOPs available for handling certain activities like hijacks and stuff like that, as to how it can be handled so quickly and safely too?
Yes, it's a very important area. Security, there's a body called BCAS, Bureau of Civil Aviation Security in India, and they determine a lot of the best practices to follow. However, within the airline, we have a full-fledged security training, and we have a full SOP for what the pilot should do, what the cabin crew should do, what the air traffic control should do when there's a hijack. We have learned from so many hijacks now. And some things are with secret information. I can't be sharing that, but we definitely have a proper SOP. And when I was dealing with emergency response activities, we used to actually practice some of those hijack scenarios, like what we call in a mock drill. We would practice that in a mock drill. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. I think there are a lot of questions, but unfortunately, time is the only constraint. And we have a few more things to go before we close the session. So I think we will take the questions offline when we finish the session. Let's come to the concluding remarks, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. R.W. Alexander Jesudasan is the Pro Vice Chancellor of Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. He's got over 34 years of experience in education. Has got many awards, and also he's on the board of many institutions, including the Government of India nominee at the Gandhigram University. May I request Dr. Alexander Jesudasan to give his insights on closing remarks.
Thank you, sir. Our most respected chief guest for this evening, and the one who delivered the prestigious 8th Dr. KCG Verghese Endowment Lecture, Dr. Harpreet Singh, Executive Director, Air India, former CEO of Alliance Air, our respected President of the Madras Management Association and Managing Director of Sanmar Shipping Limited, Shri Subbarao, our ever vibrant and smiling Executive Director of MMA, Group Captain Vijay Kumar, the group of institution which was responsible in instituting this endowment lecture, headed by our Chancellor Madam, Dr. Elizabeth Verghese, our Pro-Chancellor, our very respected Director who is here with us, Mr. Ashok Verghese, our respected Vice Chancellor, the members of the Hindustan Group of Institutions which are represented this evening, so also the members of the MMA who are present here, ladies and gentlemen. To give a concluding remark for an electrifying talk which lasted almost an hour is a very, very difficult task. And here I'm here to give the concluding remarks in the shortest manner possible. Number 8 is something very significant. As you know, we just had the delivery of the 8th Dr. KCG endowment lecture today. And 8th of October, that was yesterday, is a very important day in the aeronautical science or aviation industry in the country, wherein we have noted that the Tata has taken over the Air India, which has been with them, 68 years ago. And therefore, I believe there is a divine purpose in Dr. Harpreeta Singh delivering this talk a day after this great agreement has been, envisioned. I think as we have listened to her, we have seen her as a person with 361 degree, as my friend has said, experience in aviation and aviation industry. But today, I think we have experienced a different personality. Today, we find her as a tremendous motivational speaker, and she has spoken to us of life lessons, embedded with moral values, moral messages, and eventually, she was touching upon a slogan of the erstwhile popular mobile phone, connecting people. I hope you will remember Nokia, connecting people. She was emphasizing on the fact that when you are traveling together, or probably in an aircraft, or probably in train, we are scared to talk to the next person. And she also went on to say that the kind of connect that she is having is beyond boundaries. As the aircraft takes off in a particular place and lands, it cuts through many, many countries. And I'm reminded of a saying, an explanation for www. We all know that it is World Wide Web, but someone put it the other way. It is world without walls. World without walls. And these walls are created by us. And Madam, in her message, very beautifully brought out the essence of life. And therefore, I think I would like to profusely thank her for her enlightening, electrifying talk, and which touched on many, many aspects, such as the link between the triune, namely IQ, EQ, and LQ, all embedded in one pack as the pure soul quotient. And she went on to mention about the social responsibility that we need to have, irrespective of what you are doing in this world. And she touched on many, many management principles and how beautifully she connected the real life and how to live with the management principles. And therefore, this evening, on behalf of MMA and on behalf of the Hindustan Group of Institution, I take immense pleasure in thanking you, Madam. Of course, a formal vote of thanks is going to be there, but I actually wanted to do a standing ovation, but it has already preceded my wish. And it has been a very beautiful lecture. I'm sure that each one who has been present here would go very satisfied that we have had a different type of an experience that is beyond compare, that comes out of the mouth of someone who has a unique distinction of being the first woman pilot in India, and particularly with the Air India. And therefore, Madam, it's once again my thanks to you. I would like to also say that the education scenario that we have, whether it is going to be aeronautical science or any field, it is always a dynamic one. It is never static. And I would like to thank MMA for having taken this lead to bring in people from different domains to come and enlighten the people of Chennai on different aspects. In fact, I've noted down some of the good talks that we have organized. Goes like this on the goals, roads less traveled, empowering leaders, pandemic aggravating the concerns of quality education and things like that. Even this evening, we heard that many, many interesting lectures are on the pipeline. I think this is how you are connecting with people again. I think what Dr. Harpreeta has said, you are connecting with people and empowering them, enlightening them. And this is what is the need of the hour of today. Particularly as we have gone through this pandemic situation, our young, vibrant youth need to be shaken, need to be agitated, need to be given that kind of an inertia so that they'll be able to take off. I also would like to thank the Hindustan Group of Institution, because I think we need to remember our leader, the founder of the institution, who has been a person with a difference. The point is that he has started this institution in a very, very humble way in the year 1966. And today you find 10 big institutions offering education in diverse fields in different areas. And his vision has been to make every woman a success and no woman a failure. To make every man, to make every person a success. I think, as I said already, it is truly divine. God came to this world to make everyone successful, not a failure. And through these, I think, enlightening talks, we are enabling, we are enhancing, we are probably giving the kind of catalyst that is required to make everyone a successful person. And therefore, I think I would like to join with each one of you to recognize that it has been a great evening, and to have the experience of the first women pilot of the country addressing us. I think we would go back content and happy that we have spent a worthwhile evening today. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Professor. Very energetic concluding remarks there. May I now request Dr. Ashok Varghese, Director, Hindustan Group of Institutions, to join President MMA in presenting a memento to the distinguished guest this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. May I request all the other dignitaries on the stage to also join him, sir.
I'm sure this spirit is somewhere around blessing all of you. And inviting is even part of what we had envisioned. Everybody takes from. If we made only first 10, right time, each one has to make those 10. But if you are in this room, then you know it's going to actually happen. But that's the way the chain happens.
Thank you. President MMA presenting a memento from on behalf of MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, Group Captain R. Vijay Kumar is Executive Director, Madras Management Association. He's been the recipient of Vishisht Seva Medal from the President of India for his distinguished service of high order in the Indian Air Force. He's been the ED from 2007, and in the last 12 years, MMA has been adjudged the best management association in the country. May I now request him to propose the word of thanks, please.
Thank you, Venkat. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all the viewers watching the program live on all our channels, live webcast, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think over 900 people are watching this program. I'm quite sure wherever you are watching, you must have been greatly inspired by the inspiring talk this evening. Where to begin with? It's been a fascinating evening, and I know how much we really been doing communicating with Dr. Ms. Harpreet to bring her here. There was a dilemma for her to come in person, or she wanted to do it online. But somehow we convinced her that you must come and speak. I think what decision she made to come here and speak to each one of us, I think it really made a great evening. Thank you, Dr. Harpreet. I think you are present today at, it's really a masterclass in management, not only in aviation. You covered every aspect of aviation to be 100%. I know the pass mark for every aviation exam is 100%. So, you know, and whatever you spoke today is 100% satisfaction to everybody who has been here. Let me also thank all the other people who have been here this evening, for President Subbarao to come here and deliver the formal welcome address, and Sridhara, Vice Chancellor, for coming here, sparing his time to give the introductory remarks, and Alexander, as usual, sir, you have been always inspiring in summing up, put together what exactly has happened this evening, and so nicely bring out all the aspects of the talk this evening, and all the members who have joined us in spite of, I thought, the heavy rain. But heavy rain or thunder, but you're all here to listen to the thing. I think you really made a good decision to be here this evening to listen to one of the finest speeches we ever heard in MMA, and especially hearing from a leader. We all talk about grass links. Look at the areas what she worked, irrespective of every field. Because I'm really delighted, honored. The icing on the cake is she's from the Air Force family. Her father is the Air Force officer. So we always say that Air Force children do very well, and this is one example. And
Yesterday was Air Force Day.
Yes. I was coming to that because Air India, I think, took the right decision. Government announced it on Air Force Day. I think touch the sky with glory is our thing. And we also say, like, you all look for targets. We all look at how to bring down the target. So with that, I think Air India is going to do a lot of good things in life. And thanks so much, each one of you. And I think all these good things should end